All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Today, we got you MLB top 10 starting pitchers heading into 2023. This comes off the light of Padres signing two starting pitchers in the past week,
Love it.
and Michael Wacha to a 1 year slash 4 year deal worth 4 million slash 24 million. So we can get into that in a second. And then the veteran Cole Hamels signs a minor league deal, which could be a major league deal if he pans out. So hit the music and get on with the show. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back. Baseball is back.
Yeah, only baseball content for a while now.
Love it. Love it.
About goddamn time.
Yeah, about time. Padres, your San Diego Padres, my San Diego Padres, our San Diego Padres.
Yes, sir.
Signed two starting pitchers, which I did not think they were going to. We had just got done with our Padre podcast. I presented a plethora of fucking pitchers that they could choose from to go to the number 6 man, because that was the role that was up in the air. Because it seems like, you got you, Joe, Blake, Nick, Lugo, and then the 6th man was up and rolling. Now, I mean, you could kind of pencil Wacha in there with the year he had last year. This buy low contract, it was a 1 year deal with a bunch of options. So there's a bunch of team options too. They're not player options. So the team gets to really decide if they want to bring him back. So it was a $4 million deal with a $3 million signing bonus, and there's little incentives and stuff like that. He's coming off a really decent year for a terrible Red Sox team and a great division. So I'm kind of excited. What did he do? 130 innings.
11-3 with a 3.38.
Yeah, there you go.
130 innings on a last place team in a really good division. So if we want to do some math, 11 wins out of they had like 70. That's a good percentage of wins from one guy.
He had a complete game shutty against the Angels. The Red Sox won 1-0. Probably his best performance of the year. Gassed up to 97 against Shohei. Consistently was like 93, but dude, it was a great hit. One to two games, he really pitched lights out. He had a great season overall. Or I would say good season. He's from the Red Sox.
Oh, the
Red Sox. But yeah, absolutely. I'm shocked because he was the best starting pitcher left on the board. This about eats up what is to say all the Padres cap, but who fucking knows? Because they said we freed up $4 million with the U extension, renegotiated extension, reworking. They said you only asked for 2 years. You got 6.
So that is not enough. That is not enough.
How about I pay you what you would make in 2 years over a span of 6?
6. You're using a cane walking.
Brother, you dog.
You did it again.
Brother just said, hey, when you want to retire, retire.
Yeah.
That's what he said, basically.
Basically.
I want you to. And the cool thing about keeping you is the Padres will have you for the most years he ever spent on one team in the major leagues. At the end, when it's all said and done.
Love that.
If he finishes that contract out. But that's crazy itself because, you came in on the Rangers, fucking shoved, and spent time with the Dodgers, with the Cubs.
Fun fact, took a no-hitter into his first start ever.
Yeah.
The Astros.
8 2/3 inning no-hitters.
Yep.
Damn.
Back when the Astros were trash, though.
Oh.
In the ALS.
Yeah. Back when the early times. But then Padres also signed Cole Hamels to a minor league deal. If he makes it to the majors, the deal will be worth like $2 million. It's another one of those deals that we've been asking forever. I've been asking Preller, the Padres, to sign these veterans, but
did he play last year or was he on the couch last year?
I think
Cole
he was on
Hamels?
the couch last year, or did
he
a
didn't
minor
play.
league team. I think he did workouts and didn't play.
He got signed by the Braves 2 years ago, I think it was.
So yeah, it's been some time.
So
Don't think.
that's why it's a minor league deal.
Yeah, don't think this is the fucking next awesome guy. Like, but this is one of those moves that hey, guy needs a week off, goes to the IL. Hey, let's bring Cole up for a couple starts.
Yeah, we don't like this isn't a
want-
signing where he's
want
gonna
to.
if he's gonna throw 200 innings, he's gonna throw maybe 50.
I don't even know that in the majors. I really am hoping.
You guys also said player coach. Can he come up just to coach, kind of?
No.
You don't want to hold a roster
Is
spot
he going to
for
be
someone
around
like
the
that.
team like
Yeah,
that?
you're not gonna.
You'd rather put him on the IL and he can sit around the team, which
you 60-day.
Bob's ghost IL happens a lot in the MLB.
Yep. You're right. It's a long season. But don't get excited about Cole Hamels. He's a San Diego boy. He's going to get an opportunity to show himself in spring training. I think with Darvish going to play with World Baseball Classic, this kind of gives him a nice role in spring training. And then if we cut him, then maybe he gets on with another team because he was able to work with Ruben Dabila and other things. So don't get too hyped.
He's had to impress a little bit to get
did he have
an offer.
a tryout at all?
Dude, when I saw on Twitter, they're like he was
did they offer
impressive
him off
with
the couch?
88 to 91.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing about Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah,
he doesn't even get to 91. He gets to 80, 88.
88.
But that's what Cole Hamels and him do. They throw soft, nasty shit. He's got a super good changeup, but then again, he's 38.
Not mad.
At the end of the day, he comes and pitches one game and we get shelled that game. I'm going to be like, you know what, Cole, it's been a great season, great year for you, great career. Hit that.
Yeah. You get to say you played for San Diego.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Hey, get him the ring.
Hey,
give him a bit.
That'd be hype.
I'm playing around. But top 10 pitchers.
We hopping right up into it.
2023. My list is kind of crazy. I mean, I sat here and moved names around and thought about older guys who coming off injury. I kind of try to stay away from the older coming off injury from last year. But I did throw some in there. So, I don't know. Don't take this. I'm average. All right. that's what you're gonna get.
That's what we're here. That's what you're here for. Average takes.
Average takes. All right. Top 10 pitchers.
We going 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. All right.
Who's up?
I'll start with my honorable mention pick. So this is 10B. We can make this 10B. Young stud, didn't get a chance to be the ace. Maybe is the ace this year. I like his attitude. I like his demeanor. I like how he pitches. That is going to be Alek Manoah, 10B.
Ooh.
Really?
Honorable mention.
I agree. I agree with you on your 10B. My 10B is Alek Manoah as well. I'd like to see him pitch a little bit more innings this year. But he's right around his numbers were right around the cut line for me. So he like 10B, 10A is pretty equal distant, but I want to shout him out because he might be the only player on his team that's going to be good, but we'll see. But I agree with you, Alek Manoah for 10B because he's a big boy. He's really
borderline
right there, top 10.
My 10B would be Julio Urias.
2.16
ERA, 17-7. The only reason he didn't make my list is because he's a Dodger. Fuck the Dodgers. But yeah. 10B.
Nice.
He just missed the cut for me. He literally I had him on the list at one point, and then I was like, you know what?
Boot him.
I mean, there's so many guys in this league. So many pitchers. Arrow down 10 is crazy. All right.
For my number 10, okay. My number 10 pick is going to be San Diego's own Joe Musgrove,
Yeesh.
cracking the top 10. I think his first half of last year was very dominant. Numbers wise, I think he only had like 2 wins back half of the year, but Padres still made the playoffs. He was a dog in the playoffs. And I think him starting on this team and how this team's going to work this year, it's going to be a great year for him. Joe Musgrove, number 10.
Love that.
I'm
Love
just gonna
that.
preface my list with not having any Padres. They all had great years. I mean, I fucking shuffled you in and out of this list. Not yourself, but you, Darvish. Um, and I had fun with this list, but no Padres. Unfortunately, I think the Padres have 4 really well built starting pitchers, a Cy Young Award winner on their staff, and none of them made my top 10. But my number 10, he's probably the only name I know on the goddamn Diamondbacks, but it's Zach Gallen. If you go look at ERA and WHIP, Zach Gallen is in the top 10 of both of those categories, and those are huge numbers when you're talking about pitching. Not everyone loves ERA anymore, but a lot of people love WHIP. If you're not a baseball nerd or don't know what that is, that's walks, hits, in innings pitched. So that they kind of could just mush all those stats together and give you a number. Zach Gallen, really good year for him last year. And he's been having up and up and up. He was actually number 2 overall in baseball and whip, right under Justin Verlander last year with a .91. So that's not even one batter on base per inning. So that's absolutely freaking amazing. And then with ERA, what did I see? He was number 8 in the league, 2.54. I think I'm snubbing him a little bit, marking him 10, but I think he could still get better. But this Diamondbacks team is so bad that who knows? But I want to give Zach Gallen his flowers when he deserves it. I'm making my number 10.
Number 10 for me, Philadelphia Philly, Aaron Nola. Had a 3.25
Not the
ERA,
right Philly.
11-13 through 2 complete games. He's 30 years old, not too old, not too young. I think he's pitching very well right now. Philly seem interested to keep him for the next couple years, so I think he's playing really well. Number 10 for me.
Fun fact about Aaron Nola:
Nola's way up.
he is brothers with Austin Nola.
Correct.
Fun fact.
That's why you made my list.
Piggyback off yourself. Let's hear you go again.
Number 9, Cleveland Guardian Shane Bieber. 2.88 ERA, 13-8, 1 complete game. Former AL Cy Young winner, put another great season together. Played for a very bad team, but did what he could. I think he had a pretty good season. Number 9 for me.
I'll go number 9 for me. This is a very young cat. I don't know if everyone knows him, but it's Spencer Strider. He's only 24 years old, but last year in his second season, basically his rookie season this year, actually, he was a rookie this year because he only had 2 games in 2021, but he did 31 games. He started 20 of them, 131 innings. He had a 2.67 ERA, but he had 200 strikeouts in 130 innings. You got to be shitting me. If this man pitched 200 innings, he might be near 300. He might lead the league in strikeouts with a 2.67. Like, that's absolutely crazy to me because, if you look at the leader of strikeouts, he usually has a balloon ERA. This guy had 200 strikeouts, 131 innings, 2.67 ERA. I think this kid is going to be good. He had a .99 whip, so that's where he needs to work on a little bit, but that's still under 1 whip. So, I mean, I love the Spencer Strider kid. He is young, but I think going into this year, he could just dominate. And hey, bro, Atlanta might have a really good staff this year.
I heard Acuna wants out.
You heard false. Fake. Got you on the fake rumors this time, Trevor.
Yep, got me. Yep, I was really super serious there. My number 9 is Julio Urias. I picked him to win my Cy Young last year. kind of a troll pick, but he happened to be top 3 in the Cy Young, so didn't really work out in my favor. But I think he's the best pitcher on the Dodgers, and for them to be successful, he has to be successful. He is the new workhorse, the ace, year in, year out. He's been pitching since he was 19. He's coming up on free agency, contract year. I think it's going to be a big year for him.
He's like 26, isn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, 25, 26.
Yep, contract year.
Pretty young.
He is. He is good. You don't think Walker Buehler's their best pitcher though when healthy?
No, not after. I mean, based off last year's numbers, no. Because even when Walker did pitch, he was not that good.
Not that great, huh?
Fuck the Dodgers. Go ahead, buddy. You're number 8.
My number 8.
Yeah.
Oh, my number 8. World Series champion Franmir Valdez. Oh, check the
Valdez.
tape. This guy is just getting started. Valdez absolutely crushed the year. You know, you can go check his numbers yourself. He pitched 200 innings, World Series champion. He is now the new number 1 over there with Verlander exiting, and all lights are pointing to him. I think he's gonna step up. This Astros team need him to, because their other pitcher, I can't remember his name, but the guy who has the funky windup.
That's him, I thought.
That is Franmir?
Yeah. The other guy's Christian Javier. He's
And
normal.
he doesn't. He's normal.
I'm pretty sure he's normal.
I don't know. Yeah, you just threw me off that one.
But no, he had good numbers last year. I'm just curious to see
numbers.
how that windup and stuff affects him and
Yeah,
his stuff.
If it is him, the MLB is cracking down on his windup, and it could be an illegal pitch or illegal motion.
Yeah.
So what are the rules? Do you guys know the fine details on that? Does it have to be like a certain amount
Not
of seconds?
necessarily the fine details, but I think
15 seconds.
you have
15
to.
seconds?
And there's no batter on.
I think there's a limit though.
One more, or what's the rule on that?
I don't know what they're changing on those rules with the swinging motion and his extra hitch step.
Because a lot of pitchers are doing that now.
A lot of pitchers have extra hitches, and they try to
that deceives. Yeah, that deceives like your pitches. So him and like Nestor Cortez is another example who is doing something different every time. Like I don't know. Framber benefited heavily from whatever windup he had working for him because obviously it fucking worked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, World Series champ, and he was really good in the playoffs. All right, number 8's all around.
My number 8 is Tool colored eyed Max Scherzer. 2.29 ERA, 11-5. Guy's 38 and still shoving. He got hurt towards the end of the year.
And that's why I'm sleeping.
And couldn't compete for the Cy Young, but he was competing for the Cy Young before that happened.
Yeah, well,
and he's 38 years old.
Could have.
But yeah, I mean, he got his 200th win last year. I think he's shoving. Mets did pretty good for the Mets, so hopefully, if he stays healthy, he can be pretty good again. Crazy looking guy. My number 8.
I'm sleeping heavily on a lot of people this coming year because there's already talks of injuries. A lot of these old guys get injured, and
Scherzer got a lot left in the tank, though.
We'll see.
My number 8.
Oblique hurt him twice this year, or something like that.
My number 8 is gonna be Garrett Cole of the New York Yankees, and I say this name and not many people like Garrett Cole. They think he's not that good, but he deceivingly has good year after good year after good year with the Yankees in that ballpark. Strikeout numbers are outrageous, and I mean, Yankees are making playoffs every year, so he's doing something right. Maybe his stuff isn't good in the playoffs, which it hasn't been, but
he just gets tanked off of in the regular season. I think he was up there in most homers hit off of, and then.
But they like that now. They like
a
the
3.5 ERA this year. I mean,
that's good for the AL East, especially the AL.
No, it's not good.
3.5?
Yeah, I mean, look at McClanahan. Shane McClanahan had a great year over there, and I mean, they just yank him early, but he had like a 2.6. I mean that division.
He's the only one.
Young,
really the only one better. Garrett Cole, number 8. He could still strike out a lot of MLB pitchers and hitters. So
Nice.
Nice.
Number 7.
Me?
I went first last. So.
All right. My number 7 is Carlos Rondon. 2.88 ERA, 14-8. Opted out of his contract with the Giants, so went with the Yankees. That could do really well for him. They got a good pitching staff over there. It's going to be hard to compete. Had a great year last year. Yeah, number 7, Carlos Rondon.
We're really gonna see if NL West is harder or the AL East is harder because he's gonna be jumping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going back to the AL. He was good ish for a long time over there for the White Sox. Had a good couple of years, 2 years with the Giants, or was it just one? Can't remember. Just one. But I just remember I went to a game and he threw a complete game. I don't know. I don't remember if it was a shutty versus the Padres, but it ruined my day. I was on top of the Western Metal Supply building, and Carlos Rodon of the Giants just ruined the Padres. Yeah, it ruined my freaking Saturday. But I had free marks, so that was good.
Yes.
But Rodon might be really good. On the Yankees, he might be really bad. We'll see. No beard. He's going just the stash.
Just the stash. I like it. I like it.
Yankees rule: no beard, no hair below your hat brim.
I hate that, but I love
the
mustache.
Number 7. My number 7 is Shohei Ohtani. The two-way player, Shohei Ohtani-san. I fucking love him. He's one of the best players in all of baseball. Guy does absolutely everything. Phenomenal pitcher, phenomenal batter. I'm excited to see him pitch more because they really said nothing is going to stop him from playing this year. He's going into his free agent season. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he could be 1-1 on both sides of the ball. We're just going to have to find out. But I think he's definitely a top 10 pitcher. I have him as my number 7 as I think he's a better – I honestly don't know if he's a better hitter or pitcher. Last year, I think he was a better pitcher. But we'll see. Love Shohei. He brings so much to this game. I just wish we had more of them. I wish there were more Shohei Ohtanis.
I agree.
You know how sick baseball would be if one team had a Shohei Ohtani, or one player on each team was a two-way Shohei Ohtani style
batter hitter. Pitcher.
Just come in lights out, get out of the inning, and then come around the next inning and fucking hit a bomb. You know how just cool that would be if that type of thing happened. So
they have someone in college.
Well, can't wait till he's in the major league, but a lot of teams don't let you do it. Like the Reds drafted a high draft pick in Hunter Green. He was a shortstop and a pitcher, but he threw 102, and they said, buddy, the money's in your arm.
Yeah.
Money's in your arm.
Ain't swinging.
And they made him choose instead of let him just develop, try to do what he could do. You know, a lot, and it's happened a lot over the years of baseball. They make you choose. Like, you know, they say your pitcher's probably your best athlete on the field. He probably is a shortstop when he's not pitching and stuff like that. Like,
but I mean, I feel like that's in every sport. Like football, they're not going to let an offense player play defense. Like, I don't know. It's cool that baseball has it's players that do it, but
yeah, but
it'd be cool to have more of them.
But it's different because players get drafted out of high school. There's a lot of two-way players in high school football wise.
Yeah, exactly.
And football players
there's a lot of double-A players in AAA and AA. No, they quit it that soon.
Yeah, they make you choose when you get drafted and stuff like that.
Really?
They don't let you develop into be. Not really. They made Hunter Green choose when he got drafted, but they kind of chose for him. I'm pretty sure. Crazy. He's not a two-way player anymore.
Crazy.
That was like a big thing when he got drafted. But yeah, I love Shohei Ohtani. That's my number 7. Shitty number 7.
My number 7 is Shohei Ohtani as well. Probably the only time we'll be the same on this list.
You never know.
But I think this is a good spot for him. He obviously can do everything. He's had years where he is maybe a little higher on this top 10 list, but He's done 2 years straight, 162 games. He's a top 10 pitcher in this game, no matter what. You take hitting away, he's still a top 10 pitcher. So
Top 10 batter as
that's
well.
we're gonna put him at 7.
Well, I'm gonna go next because my number 6 is Shohei Ohtani.
Nice.
That's the closest we're all going to get.
You guys all said it. Everything about him. Guy hit 46 home runs the year before, and then this year he shoves on the mound. One of the best in the game right now. Yeah, number 6 for me.
All right, Shinny, let's hear your number 6.
My number 6 is reigning NL Cy Young Award winner Sandy Alcantara.
Wow. Ooh, low. That's very
That's
low.
Way low for me.
Very low for me also.
Go ahead.
Sandy Alcantara. I mean, it was kind of his coming out party. He's been on the verge of that breakout, and then boom.
Back years, I think is. I'm going to talk about him later. Go ahead. Is that all you had to say?
Yeah.
My number 6 was reigning Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander. I mean, the reason I have him so low is because he's 40-something years old. All right,
still doing it.
He's coming off of a Cy Young, but the year before had Tommy John. I can't expect him to do it year after year after year after year.
How do you know the surgery didn't fix him right up?
He led the league in ERA with the 1.75. I drafted him in fantasy, and I was like, you know what? He might just be he might be a name. He might be a name. Who knows? He's coming off Tommy. Who knows? Guy was my best pitcher.
You had another type of.
Oh, I had multiple.
You had a thought. You had another type of thought. You were like, he's coming off of Tommy John. He's going to be a stud.
I think this guy. I thought he was realistically going to be like lower level of in my rotation. Maybe a few IL stints. No, he did have an IL stint towards the end of the season that almost fucked me. Oh God! But Justin Verlander. I mean, what a year for him. You know, Cy Young, World Series champion. Contract. You got a bag for the Mets, so we'll see if it continues. He's jumping to the NL. The NL is much harder. They always say it.
Love that.
They always say the competition is fiercer. AL, there's a huge gap, I think, in good and bad teams. NL, I feel like the competition's there.
It's all close together
nowadays.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could be wrong. Fuck me. But yeah, I got Justin Verlander there. Number 6. Number 5. We're entering the top fives. Top fives.
Number 5.
Mine's a little bit.
My 5 is going to be reigning AL Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, coming off arguably the best year of his career at age 39. The reason why I have these older guys a little higher is because they continue to prove year after year. I doubted Verlander last year. I was like, there's no way he can come back. I doubted the Astros. There's no way they're going to be good. AL Cy Young World Series champions. So I know he's on the Mets now, and the Mets just pay people. They don't really care how healthy or good you are. They just pay you money. So, but
he has some big shoes to fill.
Number 5.
Got some big shoes to fill with DeGrom walking away from there. Got some big shoes to fill.
My number 5, Garrett Cole, was already said in the pod, but I mean, guys pitched 200 innings for like the 5th year in a row. I don't know how his arm hasn't fallen off.
He's a cheater.
He's a cheater.
I
mean, he's 32. He did have the most home runs hit off of him, but he also had the most strikeouts.
Wow.
Yeah, Garrett Cole, my number 5.
A lot of solo shots.
Yeah.
You can afford solo shots.
No. A lot of multi-solo shots in one game. There was multiple games where he was like, 63, and Cole's coming out. The 4th inning, he just storms off the field, gave up some couple homers. My number 5, Max Fried of the Braves. What the Padres gave away for this man is truly so sickening, because he is just painting out to be a great MLB pitcher. And I kind of projected a little bit with the Spencer Strider earlier. I said, hey, Braves got some names. It's because they got these 1, 2, and they still got a few. Braves are going to be good, obviously, but Max Fried, a stud, young kid. yeah, I think he's gonna. And my list is not only going into. I'm projecting a little bit. I'm hoping some of these guys are gonna do better than I think they are. But Max Fried, top 5 pitcher for me going into this year. I think.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It could be. It could be. Could be.
That's insanely high. He's behind Manoa on my list.
Oh, Max Fried's
mention?
gonna be a dog this year. Just
Yeah,
watch.
he's not even an honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
My list gets wacky as soon as we keep going.
Go back
I
to back.
bet.
The number 4.
Oh, number 4 again.
Yeah.
Dylan Cease. Go check the
White
tape.
Sox?
White Sox pitcher Dylan Cease.
I had him in fantasy, buddy.
Yeah, he absolutely had a great year.
Not bad.
I mean, he's below Fried.
No, 227
Oh, shit.
strikeouts. He had a 2.20 ERA. How is he below Fried? 2.20 ERA, Trevor, and 227 strikeouts. That's top 5 strikeouts, and that's top 3 ERA.
I mean,
I
half
mean,
of those guys are 1-year wonders. That's great. Can you do it again?
buddy,
Can you do
you're,
it again going
you're
into this
banking
year?
on 40-year-olds, and I'm banking
do
on
it again?
guys
I'm
who
banking
just
on-
had
This is
great
consistent.
years.
I'm bringing on consistency. That's what I like.
I'm not putting my money on a 50-year-old.
I mean,
You could gripe and grime all you want, but Dylan Cease had great numbers last year, and he's going to be the ace of the White Sox this year. That's just how it is.
they're the White Sox. Come on.
Come on. All right. So number 4.
I mean, he's still going to put up stats. I don't care if they're the White Sox or the Astros or the Orioles or. I'm going to give them their.
My number 4 is going to be Max Scherzer from the New York Mets. Back-to-back Mets here. Before injury, was arguably the best pitcher in baseball last year. Couple obliques, tough on him. Wasn't that good in the playoffs either. Still suffering from an oblique, but he's still dominant at the top of his game. I think he is one of the best pitchers in baseball. And if whoever you're talking to, might even put him at number 1. So, I got him at 4. Old head Max Scherzer, complete dominance on the mound. I love to see it.
That's funny because my number 4 pick, he would be everybody's number 1 if he wasn't hurt. Jacob deGrom is my number 4 pitcher. He only pitched 26 innings, and all of them were top tier pitches. I mean, whatever. 26 starts in 2 seasons, and they were all great.
I can't put him in my top 10,
bro. He's
26 starts in 2 seasons.
One of the best stars in all of baseball history.
Do we realize that's 13 starts a year? I think Nick Martinez had more this season. I cannot put someone who had such low numbers in the last 2 years. Yeah,
but he's dominant when he's in the game.
Okay,
dominant.
He's dominant.
2 years ago, and then the past of 2 years. So now we're looking at numbers from 4 years ago that you're telling me dominant. I can't put him in my top 10. He hasn't pitched.
The Rangers signed him 5 years, 185 million, buddy.
God.
That is fucking dominance, if you ask me.
Yeah, they're
they gave him the bag because they know what's up. He's the number 1 pitcher when healthy.
They also gave like 3 guys the bag, and they panned out to have like a combined 5 WAR last year.
DeGrom's different.
At least I hope. At least I preference
so.
going into this podcast. I'm sleeping heavily on these old guys who can't stay healthy.
Right.
Because when I need you most, I need you on the
DeGrom wins Cy
field.
Young next year. Remember this podcast.
Yeah. DeGrom is Verlander from last year.
Yeah, we'll see when he already is hurt. Have we not seen the? They said
spring training,
yesterday.
buddy. He just doesn't want to do spring training.
But he got an oblique already. He said, "Oh, it's misting in Texas or in fucking Florida." Nah, I got an oblique already. Buddy got the bag and went. You know what? I might go. Chris Bryant.
It's not even March yet.
Opening day,
I might go Chris Bryant.
Opening day, you see him on the bump.
I mean, I feel like I was early.
Exactly.
Texas Rangers opening day. DeGrom's pitching.
And then we won't see
He's
him
throwing nine complete innings.
9 complete innings, and then the next morning
First
they go
ever no hitter
out till
opening
June.
day.
Out till June. but he used it all in one
I'm
game.
not mad. He throws a no-hitter opening day. Gets hurt.
But
Hey,
he goes
thanks.
out till June. See when we miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
Shit. Bitch.
So big.
I don't know. At least I preface going in that I'm sleeping heavily on these
That's
guys.
fine. That's fine.
Because I'm sleeping on the hurt guys.
Number 3.
Did Shenny go for number 4?
Yep.
Yeah, you went back to it. Okay. Number 3 for me?
Yes.
Already said earlier, but Aaron Nola. I think this guy is going to have not only, I mean, the Phillies need this guy to have an absolutely great year if they're going to beat the Mets at any point. Yeah, they went to the World Series last year. Aaron Nola had 205 innings, had 235 strikeouts. I know the ERA was high, which I'm contradicting myself from arguing about someone else earlier, but I think this guy is going to have to prove a point and be a top pitcher in 2023. So I'm banking on him a little bit.
Bank. She banking on me on the bank or something like that. Number 3, Jennifer.
Number 3 is going to be recently angry Corbin Burns of the Milwaukee Brewers. I love that they shorted him $700,000 to $1 billion company. That is absolutely amazing. He's gone. Good as gone next year.
Going
Corbin
into his
Burns,
free agent year.
Yep, he's so good. His shit is so nasty. Every single thing he throws doesn't go straight, and it's fucking insane. His cutter is nasty. Strikeout numbers are absolutely crazy, and he's just a workhorse.
Yeah,
he's a bona fide
200
ace.
inning season last year, and it's only getting better. It's also my number 3 too, Shenny. So big ups on that. Corbin Burns is a monster, and him not getting that money is only putting fire under his ass.
Yeah, well, I'll pitch in because he's my number 2.
Yeah.
Piggybacking off you guys. Corbin Burns had
28, by
absolutely
the way. Only 28 years old.
Had a great season. I mean, he had over 200 innings. He was second in strikeouts with 243, and he also had 0.97 whip right below Aaron Nola, 0.96. Absolutely phenomenal year. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I think he's good as gone at the deadline because this Brewers team is not going to be good. I don't think they're going to be good.
He's hating his time in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, I always talk about going to arbitration is the worst thing to do for your player because it is the major league team and the team, but the GM and all of them arguing against your agent and their team about how good and how bad you are because they want to win their side and not pay you, like Shetty said, $700,000. That is wild to go to fucking court over that. That's big awesome. Props to AJ Preller. Has never been to arbitration with a single player in his career with the Padres. So big ups to Preller. He's never gone to court. He's never battled for $1. That's absolutely unreal because a lot of these teams do it to their best fucking player. The Red Sox with Mookie Betts every year going against, and then they had to trade him. Now you're going Corbin Burns, your best fucking pitcher, my number 2 best pitcher in this fucking league, and the team doesn't want to pay him $700,000. That's not even a fucking $1 million.
Yeah, literally, that's crazy.
You're kidding me. You're already and the arbitration,
and that's lunch money to the fucking owner.
Yeah,
give him the money, dude. Crazy.
They won.
Whatever.
They
Number twos.
Number 2s. I'm gonna go because you guys both said him. Justin Verlander, 40 years old, coming off the Tommy John, winning the Cy Young. That is fucking elite. Top 2 in my book.
Beast.
Hot wife.
Hot wife alert.
Bonk.
1.75 ERA. I mean, guy absolutely shoves, and he's fucking older than dirt. Can't argue with greatness.
Can't.
My number 2.
You can only predict what you just saw. What last year was pretty good.
Yes, sir.
My number 2, which is really my number 1, but I have a surprise for you guys for number 1. My number 2 is Jacob fucking DeGrom. He is the best pitcher in baseball. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Who cares if he's fucking been hurt?
That's
He's
fucking
a
crazy.
fucking
I
beast.
hope
He
I
will
hope he has
throw
more than
3
26
straight
this year.
fastballs right by your fucking face. You cannot touch him.
Not right. He can't throw a ball right now.
Yes, he can.
He's hurt.
His oblique has nothing to do with his fucking arm.
Yeah, they said no throwing. No throwing.
You know what?
No throwing.
He doesn't want to do spring training.
I'll have him take a week off in February for an extra week in October if I'm the Rangers. So
Absolutely.
Buddy, when
get
have
healthy.
Rangers made the playoffs?
Hey, buddy, they never had DeGrom on their team.
Yep, they never had the best pitcher
Never
in
had
baseball on their
DeGrom
team.
on their team.
Jacob DeGrom, better than any 20-year-old in the league.
Damn, DeGrom hasn't been relevant since COVID. Shit. Holy fuck.
Dude, I can't wait till he
that's
makes you
crazy.
eat your fucking words.
I hope
this
he
year.
has more than 26 starts this year. I truly do.
We all do, buddy.
I hope he picks someone older than 26 on your list.
I got Verlander at fucking 6.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You do have Verlander. My bad.
Yeah. Number 1, Sandy Alcantara, back-to-back having fucking outstanding years. He's an absolute stud. I mean, he had a .98 whip. He had the
6
most innings in the
complete
league,
games.
6 complete games. That's double the amount of the next guy. 228 innings pitched, 207 strikeouts.
And he's
And he
making
had a
49 million.
2.28 ERA. He's in the top 10 of every category that matters to be a pitcher. The guy is just him.
49 million over the next 4 years is what he's making.
And it is fucking dirty.
He's
He
also
is
my
dirty.
number 1, if you guys couldn't tell.
Dirty.
Stud.
Sandy
Dang.
Alcantara.
He's really your number 1?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Guy's a stud. Beast.
Great.
All right. My number 1 is going to be
Darvish.
Cole Hamels in the
Oh!
2008 World Series. Welcome to the Padres, buddy. I can't wait to have you here. Hope you win another World Series
No
MVP.
way.
Cole fucking Hamels, number 1 overall.
I love it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking
I
way.
love it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, that's about it. I don't really care what the haters got to say about my list, because who knows where we're going to be.
I hope there's a lot of haters on your list, honestly.
I think there's more haters on you in general, so that's fine for me.
Well, you know what they say: if you don't have haters, you must be doing something right. So I like having the haters. It's
the
awesome.
people with haters made that up to make you feel better.
Yep.
Because there's no way. Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
All right, nothing wrong
Thank
being
you.
average. Love you guys.
MLB's back, baby.
We're back.